Radiologic technologists learn about early effects, although they are not common in diagnostic imaging, to be fully informed about the effects of ionizing radiation. The acute radiation syndromes involve a total body exposure, an acute exposure of a few minutes, and many hundreds or thousands of rads. Besides the three lethal syndromes, two events occur in total body irradiation: the prodromal radiation syndrome and the latent period that may follow the prodromal stage. The three lethal syndromes are the hepatopoietic syndrome, or 100 to 1000 rad, the gastrointestinal syndrome, assigned a range by various authors of 600 to 5000 rad, and the central nervous system syndrome, over 5000 rad. The lethal dose for all exposed individuals is 1000 rad to the whole body.
There are four possible effects of radiation to cells: no damage, injury or damage, cells incorrectly repair, and cells die. No damage. Radiation passes through individual without any damage to cells. Number 2, injury or damage. Radiation causes injury to cells, but cell is able to repair damage. And number 3, cells incorrectly repair. Cell repair but incorrectly causing deformities. And last, cells die. Radiation causes cells to die.
There are two types of radiation damage mechanism. First is the direct action. Direct ionization of the DNA molecule, which may result in genetic damage. These results that photon ionizes master molecule. Master molecule is destroyed, the cell dies, and being damaged. The second radiation damage mechanism is the indirect action. Radiation ionizes water, which causes free radicals to form. Free radicals attack targets such as DNA. This affects to photon ionize non-critical molecule, transfer energy to master molecule. Most frequently in this mechanism is water molecules.
There are three types of acute radiation syndrome: hematologic syndrome, gastrointestinal syndrome, and central nervous system syndrome. Hematologic syndrome. Prodromal stage. Mild symptoms appears within a few hours and last for several days. Latent period lasts up to 4 weeks. Manifest illness: vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, fever, and decline in blood cells. Recovery 2 to 4 weeks. Possible cause of death due to infection, dehydration, or hemorrhage. Gastrointestinal syndrome. Prodromal stage. Vomiting and diarrhea occur within hours and last for up to 1 day. Latent period lasts 3 to 5 days. Manifest illness: nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea with blood stools. Recovery 2 to 4 weeks. Possible cause of death due to infection, dehydration, or hemorrhage. Gastrointestinal syndrome. Prodromal stage. Vomiting and diarrhea occur within hours and last for up to 1 day. Latent period lasts 3 to 5 days. Manifest illness: nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea with blood stools. Possible cause of death: intestinal cell damage, damage to blood which results in hemorrhage and dehydration. Central nervous system syndrome. Prodromal stage. Severe nausea, vomiting within a few weeks, nervousness, confusion, burning skin, vision loss, loss of consciousness. Latent period lasts up to 12 hours. Manifest illness: disorientation, loss of muscle control, breathing problems, seizures, and coma. Possible cause of death: increased fluid in brain, occurs before hematologic and gastrointestinal symptoms appear.
Mourners march to commemorate one of the history's worst man-made disasters. 20 years ago today, a reactor exploded at the Chernobyl nuclear plant. 56 people were killed. Another 9,300 are expected to die from cancers caused by the huge radiation release. 300,000 people were permanently evacuated from the area. 20 years later, Chernobyl remains a very dangerous place, and yet some people have insisted on returning. ABC's David Wright reports tonight from the Dead Zone.
Nikolai Luchinsky's childhood home is now a toxic waste site.
Home sweet home.
He brought us back to the apartment he left when he was 6 years old. His family left in a rut. On the windowsill, syringes still full of medicine, antidotes for radiation poisoning. It's strange to be here, he says. The entire city is now a ghost town. Less than a mile away, the unthinkable happened. The fire in Chernobyl's reactor number 4 was more radioactive than Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined, potentially deadly even today. Reactor number 4 is essentially inside a concrete overcoat built immediately after the accident to contain the fallout. But after 20 years, there are cracks and holes, and the whole thing is just about ready to collapse. If I switch on this Geiger counter, the readings are off the charts. So contaminated that workers shoring up the holes can only risk 15-minute shifts. This entire region has seen a surge in cancer cases and birth defects, especially among the children of Chernobyl and their children. 25-year-old Tamara, school teacher and mother, just diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
A terrible thing.
Yes.
And so many people also in the same situation as you.
Я розумію, але все рівно ж
Yes, she sighs, but that doesn't make my pain any less.
меншає.
Scientists say it's difficult to tell which cancers are linked to Chernobyl. Some local authorities have their own ideas how best to keep safe.
Vodka is very good protection.
80-year-old Maria Orapova would agree with that. 4 days after the accident, she moved back to her village, inside what's now called the dead zone. She doesn't worry about radiation. In this wasteland, her animals are all the company she needs. David Wright, ABC News, Chernobyl.